Hey guys, welcome back. This is Earth Angel Angie. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys in on a little something. I don't know if I'm an Earth Angel, and I don't know if I'm a Divine Feminine. I do know that I do stand in bad bitch energy all day long. So that's why I'm here to deliver this message, because I'm supposed to tell the truth, stand in the truth, stand in my power. I don't feel very powerful right now. Just gonna let that out there. I just want to say a special thank you to the online YouTube tarot reading community. You guys are amazing. Your gifts you've been a lighthouse to me in a very scary storm. And you saved my life a couple of times. And I'm very thankful. You've helped guide me. I've learned about soul contracts, about karmics and divine, about karmic debt, about soul guides, how to close out contracts, things I didn't know about. I might have stumbled into a cult. I mean, you know, it's a single girl gonna do on a Friday night, play online and fall into some bullshit. It's just pretty much the way my life goes. True stories. I don't even know where to start. I have so many of you to thank. I will try to tag you once I upload this onto YouTube. And please bear with me. I'm terrible at this. I never even let my kids have, I hate video cameras. I never even let my kids have like video apps in the house. So you cannot video record. Like I felt it was a huge invasion of privacy. So I completely suck at this. But I'm giving it my best shot because I don't think maybe I'm the only person that this has happened to. I think that what's happening to me is big. It's bigger than I can imagine. You know why? Because I don't imagine. Because I stay in my lane and I don't give a shit about what's going on. Their noise. It's background noise. Like I just crush goals and I just chill, my little crazy lady dog, and we just do our thing. We don't bother people. We're good to people. We're genuine. I tell the truth. I always tell the truth. It's the highest form of respect. I have a knack for pissing people off. Like, it is literally a gift. And I really think if you guys are right, man, I really pissed off a lot of people. Want to know how many fucks I give? 0. I just want to know where my kid is. I just want to know if my kid is okay. I want to know where my Gemini is. And I can't afford a reading. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm kind of winging it right now, and I could be totally wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think I am. My intuition is telling me I'm not. And certain things, I'm paying attention to certain things that people say. Like, I'm just listening and watching, and certain people are giving themselves away. But the thing is like, once you piss me off and I cut you out, my cutoff game is strong, and I don't give a shit what happens like later. I got stuff to do. And so I can't really be around these people and observe them, because guess what? I've cut just about everybody out. I'm 46 years old. I still have stars to chase. I have things I want to do with my life. And if you're not with me, you're against me, and I got to keep rolling. I've designed my life to not really need anyone. This is the first time in my life I can say I need someone. I want to call the FBI today. They said, maybe you'll get a call back. Maybe you won't. Great. That's kind of how my dating life goes. But, Where do I start? I think I summed it up in the first one when I said Mindy Copeland. Baby. Escape from House of Horrors, Part 1, Part 2. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was my house. I think my first cue that something might be wrong there. Oh, there were many cues. Shortly after I moved in, this was a 4-bedroom house on 1.15 acres in the country, dead end road. The only thing at the very end of the road was a water district, like a, I don't know, every morning Orange County Drainage District came. Sometimes I'd leave for work and they'd be parked at the end of the road down there in the woods. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were putting something. What the hell are you down there for in the middle of the woods? Like, is there something that has to be checked on every day? I've heard some of you bring up noise harassment. There was a beeping. No one could hear it but me. It was beep, 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 beep. And I would, do you hear that shit? Do you hear it? I would literally, it sounded like it was underneath my kitchen floor. It was like the Telltale Heart or some shit. I would go out in the middle of the night and just be standing in the yard. Like, I even climbed under the house. Of course, I had to fix some water pipes because it was a terrible ass house. But shortly after we moved in, my kiddo, my roommate, they changed. They become irritated, very sleepy, very confrontational. I was that way because I was using methamphetamines. Go figure. I think the next thing that took me off was one of my friends. I was having trouble getting my lawnmower going, and I had to make a gasket set for him. And my grass was really high, and I called my friend up the road and I said, "Hey, you come down to hang out? I'll buy you some beer. Let me use your lawnmower, weed eater. Just chill with me for the afternoon." She had never come over to visit me before. And I went and picked her up, came down to the house. We're mowing, we're really sweaty and stuff. And I'm in the front, she's in the back. And I said, "Hey, man, let's go up to the store. I'll buy you some beer." And she said, "All right, I'll be up there in a minute." Like 10 minutes went by. And finally she came around from the back and she was visibly shaken. And I was like, "What's up? You okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm fine." She said, "I was having a talk with something." I was like, "Are you really okay?" She says, "Something very evil came through the woods, came up on your property." Confirmation. And I was like, "Okay, what's up?" And she said, "It was something very dark, very, very dark." She said, "No, I was telling it was not welcome here, and I was rebuking it in the name of Jesus Christ." Man, I'm so glad you're my friend. Thanks. Let's go get some beer. It shook her up. It shook her. She talked about the whole way to the store, whole way back. My goddaughter was staying with me. We got back, and I said, "I'm going to go inside and check on her." And my friend needed to use the restroom. I said, "Come on in." And I'm in the living room. It was an art studio. And I'm talking to my goddaughter, and my friend comes out of the bathroom. And she's like, "You've got to get rid of that jewelry box." And I was like, okay. Wait. And she's like, no. That jewelry box is possessed. And I was like, explain, because it's, my dad bought that for my stepmom. It's only had one owner. I don't understand. She said, "I'm sitting on the toilet." And she said, I looked ahead at the jewelry box. It's kind of in this nook. And she said, like, this evil spirit jumped out at her. She said, scared her to death. And I said, okay. And I mean, she's like really heated. And I'm trying to tell her, I appreciate your concern. I don't really know who to call for this. Like, I will definitely look into it. I don't think it would be the jewelry box. I think it would be more inclined to be some of the jewelry that's in it. I have some very old pieces, heirloom pieces that I picked up at estate sales. I said there could be an attachment to a piece of jewelry. I will most definitely look into it. And she said that when she went to the sink to wash her hands, she looked in the mirror. And when she looked in the mirror, she said, Satan. She said it was Satan. Basically jumped to her face through the mirror. And she was like, she was freaking out, and freaking me out, really. I was just like, you are cut off. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, and I was like, look, I see that you're, I live here. Like, I just got to kind of make it work. I hadn't seen anything. I hadn't felt anything. I hadn't even gotten any confirmation from like my normal people that will come through and let me know, hey, what's up? I said, look, I'm going to go ahead and take you back home. No big deal. And you don't have to come back. Like, I thank you so much for your help, but I don't want you to be this uncomfortable. Hey, crazy lady. Hey, knock it off. Come here. When we get into the car, she's over and over, fuck you, Satan. Fuck you. And I'm just like, how many of those did you have? And I said, hey, are you okay? And she said, Satan's in your house. I was like, I thought I divorced him. I said, okay, where? She said, you see that window right there? I said, yeah, excuse me. I said, yeah, that's wait, please. I said, yeah, my living room window? She said, yeah, he's right there. He's looking out the window at us. I said, he's in my house. She said, yeah. And the whole time she's praying, and she's really worked up. Now, she's part of all this. It's the greatest fucking act I've ever seen. Or that was my first cue that something might not be right. I came home and I was shook. Like, well, what do I do? What do? We eat pizza. That's what we do. Because that's what single girls do. I kind of just chalked it up. And this is only a month before everything really started like presenting itself as maybe shit's not right here. This one, Lola, I found it funny that where my friend said that Satan was at the window, my Jack Russell, Lola, would go crazy every night, barking in that same area. And she will take her ball and she will act like she's like, this is what I'm going to do to you. Every night. She would just go crazy sitting there barking. And I'm like, okay, something's there. I shrugged it off. My 20-year-old had already, like, literally completely swapped personalities into this aggressive, mean person I didn't even know. Like, he's so sweet and so kind, and I watched him become something he wasn't. And he left the day before my birthday in March. And like I said, I've maybe talked to him twice, and it wasn't nice. The night that I told him he had to move out of my house, he came out of the chair like he was going to hit me. And I had to say, you really need to choose your next steps carefully. And I told him, I said, if you don't, you're going to regret it. I said, I need you out of my house by Friday or you'll be homeless. And he said, I would rather be homeless than live with you. And I said, well, then be careful what you wish for. I regret that. I'm afraid maybe he had an attachment. I went into the woods after he left. He had spent a great deal of time out in the woods, it seems. And I wonder if whatever came up on the house that day, maybe it came up on him. I have read about Azazel, like I've read about, like, I don't know what happened. But I know that's the first part of it. How many minutes am I at? 15. About 15 more minutes. And I'll upload another because I have to get this out tonight. Like I think I'm about to have to. Hey, I'm talking here, okay? You weigh your chumps, he's crazy lady. Okay? That's Lola. She's crazy. Please, wait your turn. So I literally just dove into work. When he left, I did more drugs because I couldn't fathom the pain of him being gone. It killed my soul. In April, my roommate burned me for $1,530 and moved out, shut off the lights. Didn't even tell me. I spent 5 days without lights. I had a huge back porch. It was great. Camped out on the back porch. It was a beautiful lightning storm. I didn't even know I had that many lightning bugs. I laid out naked on the trampoline. Like, it was like, I felt like a teenager. I signed up for a 90-day program. Went to my first meeting and everybody there was just, they were full of shit. They weren't serious. And I was like, I can do this at home alone. And so I decided to go home and do it alone. That was on like a Wednesday. I left work. I would listen to the tarot while I would work on boat motors. I'm a boat mechanic and a car mechanic. And I would listen to the tarot while I was doing annual services on outboard engines. And synchronicities. Like, wow. Like that. Like I'd never seen before. Lola, enough, please. And something was wrong. Something was wrong. And there was Aries. There was this Aries coming up in my energy. This Aries. Love to hate you, baby. Yeah, well, that was my best friend. And I was like, how do I find out if she's the one on this, if she's on this bullshit, man? So one day on my way to work, I bought a shitload of table salt. And I blessed it. And I got to work and I opened the containers and we had these huge work bays that you pull these giant boats into. And I literally scattered it everywhere. And I climbed up in the top of my boat and I said, now we wait. And she came in through the back door. What's up, bitch? Good morning. And then as soon as she hit the corner of my bay, she did an about face, like in a marching band, and went the other way, and I didn't see her all day. She had someone else come and sweep, and I had to come down there and say, don't sweep it. Leave it. That's when I knew you guys are not full of shit. And I was getting sick. Muscle twitches, face twitches. Somebody was definitely screwing with me there. So I went home, I got in bed, and I started detoxing. And I would fade in and out of sleep, and I would listen to your readings. And that was the very end of June, coming up beginning of July. Hey, you need to chill out. On 7/6 at about 11:30 at night, I was listening to tarot.